aboard. 12 minutes gone past 2. It's still the sunny side. Friday edition. All right, this is the last lap of the show today. My name is Constance. And yes, now we will talk about hospitality as a sign of respect.
Different ideologies
and different perspectives.
Share your views on the sunny side.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
So I'm starting off with a question. Does the state of your home reflect the respect you have for your guests? When you invite someone to your house, is a messy house really saying, I don't care enough? Or is it saying, I don't respect you enough to do the work of keeping my environment clean, of putting my house in order? Or is it saying, you're my person now, why will I start cleaning the house when you're coming? You can come and clean the house for me even. Or you can stay like that because you can feel at home. You're no longer a visitor. You're one of us now. I don't need to put up a front because of you. So, let's talk about how hospitality and a little extra effort in cleanliness can be the ultimate sign of respect. Shall we? Get on board. Welcome aboard. So I'm asking, is it a sign of disrespect or a sign of welcoming the person to your house if you let your guests to come into your messy home? Does it show that you're disrespectful to the person or that you're welcoming this person? So about 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I was having a conversation with someone in the office here, and I simply told the person how I personally feel that it is disrespectful to my guest if I let the person come in to my house when I know the place is dirty or when I know the place is messy. I feel like I owe it to this person who's coming to my house to just clean up, put things in order. Yeah, right from when I was in school. I don't say, oh, it's my classmates that are coming over, it's my best friend that's coming over, and so even if the place is scattered, they will understand. It's me now, it's now we. Or maybe because it's my kind of person, it's my temperament, right? So I'm leaving the house, no matter how late I am to where I'm going to, I must put that place in order, my house, before I leave. It's just me. Because first of all, I don't want to come back home to a messy environment because I don't want to start doing that work when I'm back home and tired. I want to come home to a house that is, at least let it be clean, even if it's not squeaky clean, but let things be in order. That is me. And so if I'm inviting someone over, be it my sister, be it my lover, be it my friend, be it a neighbor, I feel like I owe it to you as well to do some extra work. So to me, there's a way I will keep my house in order. I feel like, yes, it's in order for me, to my taste at least. But when someone is coming over, I feel I should just do a little extra, like look around more. Perhaps I could let a pillow from the room to be in the sitting room because I was laying on it. Yeah, I was using it. I could let, what are the things I can allow in my sitting room? Maybe toys, right? They could just be there, lying around. I mean, yeah, I understand. The little one might want to just play. But when someone is coming to the house, I would want to put those things away. Like, take them out of sight. Yes, I understand there's a child in this house, but that is me. So let's go back. Let's get now to this particular story that I saw online. So I saw it this morning. So this lady goes, how did she put it now? So she says, you go to a man's house. The house is messed up. Kitchen untidy, things unkept. Instead of you to feel insulted that he has no regard for you by inviting you to such a place, you begin to sweep, wash and cook. Some of you don't have small pride at all. I don't think it's pride. I think it's respect for yourself. I feel like you owe it to me as well. So, but then let's talk. I really would like to hear from you. I want to know how you see it. I've told you the way I feel about it from my own perspective. All right. So let's hear your own perspective. There are people who leave their house the way it is. I've met such people. I've been to such people's homes, and everything is just there. Anyhow. In fact, I even had a friend who would deliberately leave things because she knows I'm coming. She knows, if Constance shows up, she will do it. Like, I don't have to bother myself. That's it for her. And I could understand her from that angle, right? So what is it for you? For her, yeah, that's my person who's coming and she's going to help me out. So what about you? Whether it is a relationship, all right, a romantic relationship or not, any kind of relationship, do you think it's a sign of disrespect or it is a sign that you're most welcome when you let your guest into your messy home? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0007. I'm taking messages on WhatsApp, so please do well to send yours to 0809-030-6416. And then for you as well, do you also feel that way, disrespected, if you come to someone's house and the place is messy? Do you feel like, should have at least done some small clean up now? Why are you bringing me to this kind of place? Or do you feel like my person, now you should leave her like that, or I make him leave her like that? How does it make you feel as well? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Muriel, is that you?
Yes, this is me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go on.
Well, I just remember that this particular incident when I was in secondary school. As you mentioned school, I just remembered. My friends told me they will be coming on Friday after school. They will just come to my place. So we went to know each other's place. So my son is on Friday, and I was staying with my grandmom. Constance, when I got home on Thursday, I did not wrestle. I cleaned. Not that I don't do it often, but all the ones that and my grandma, everything I scrubbed.
Wow.
My grandma was if a governor that is coming, I said, Ma, he's my classmate. So I cleaned. We normally do normal routine, but this one, I extra did it. And when they came the next day, just few minutes they will stay, but I was so okay, satisfied that yes, everywhere. So I see it as a sign of disregard for the person. You don't really have regard for the person. Trust me, if it's a guy, no matter how dirty a guy is, and if it's a girl that he has been crushing on, and he has been trying to woo this girl over, for a day that this girl wants to come to the house, he will never leave his house dirty. He will clean. In fact, he will be the next guy that day. But just because he does not really regard that girl or that babe, that's why he just left it. When she comes, let her do it. See now as one of those business. But anyone that has regard for any visitor, he will clean. Even in my own house, when my in-law was coming from Lagos, I did the kind of cleaning. And I was now wondering, is it house that is clean? What kind of work was I doing from morning till night?
Wow.
Evening like this. So if you regard somebody, you will keep the house neat. In fact, expecting the person like an excellency coming. So it's a total disregard to the person. You don't have regard. You're so used to the person, just anyhow. It's all right.
Interesting.
No welcoming. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling, Muriel. Wow. I want to hear from someone who disagrees with her. Someone who feels, I will leave it like that because it's my... I mean, how else does it show that you're my person? Why will I put in all the extra work? Like, why am I stressing myself? When, if you're truly my paddy, you shouldn't feel bad about meeting my house messy. I mean, there's something I say about friendships, right? A friend is that person who knows you, knows your weaknesses and your strengths. So the person, and they still like you or love you the way that you are. So if you're truly my friend, you shouldn't really bother. It shouldn't be a problem, both for you and for me. I'd like to hear from people who hold on to that part of the argument. But hey, what do you think though? Is it a sign of disrespect if your guest is coming? See, your friend is your guest. Yes, for people who say, my friend is not my guest. Now, your friend is your guest because the person doesn't live in that house with you. All right? So let's establish that fact. So is this a sign of disrespect if you do not put in the extra work of cleaning up your messy environment or your messy home before your guest gets there? Or is it a sign of, it's my person? Person is really welcome if I leave the mess around till they arrive. Hello, good afternoon. Turn off your radio set. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Mega.
Good afternoon, Chinke Daniel. Welcome.
Thank you very much. To what the other person said, let me come to the other angle. You see, for the first time, for me, it is necessary. But what if that person, yeah. So the first day, for the next day, she already knew how that place used to be because she's now a part of that home. So it's only important that first day.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Thank you very much. So he says it's only important the first time the person is coming to visit you. Do you agree with him? Because I personally do not agree. I don't like coming to someone's house and everywhere is scattered because I can't hold myself. I'm not judging the person, but I will start fixing things. I have not really learned to 100% mind my business, even though I had to learn the hard way to actually mind my business, but it's still not 100%. I will find a way to fix things up. If I enter someone's house and things are not in order, it is not, oh, I'm looking at you like, I scattered somebody, you're not in order, you're a dirty person. It's for me that I'm doing it, and I'm not seeing you as having no regard for me. When I'm doing that, based on, I feel like, okay, perhaps you've done other things and you didn't catch this one. Maybe you've been busy inside, you didn't do this one. So I feel like, okay, let me just help and fix this one up. Because if I'm sitting there and things are not in order and the place is in a messy situation, in a messy state, I will be distracted. It just distracts me. And I see my little one doing the same thing. You're trying to get her attention to do something very important, and she notices something that's looking like it should not be there. Sorry. She will tell you, let's clean it or let's remove it or something like that. It's my nature. That is for me. All right. But I want to hear from you, though. I want to know what your take is on this conversation.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info. We'll be back.
And so we're still discussing hospitality as a sign of respect. And so I shared how I told someone a few days ago that I personally think I'm disrespecting my guest if I know the person is coming and then the person shows up at my house and meets a messy environment. Personally, I begin to see that I'm disrespecting you. That is it for me. All right. And then this lady shares on social media saying that ladies, when you show up at a man's house and he leaves everywhere messy, leaves things dirty, the kitchen, everything is in a mess, and he leaves it, instead of you to actually see it that you have been insulted by that move only, you start cleaning up and start doing all that stuff when you shouldn't. And so she says, some of you don't have pride for yourself, small pride. So is it a sign that you do not respect the person, you do not regard the person, if the person comes over and meets your house in a mess? Or is it a sign that the person is your person, so the person is fully welcome? So you might as well see me the way I am, see me in my dirty state, and know if it is something you want to take. All right. So talk to me. I'd like to hear from you. 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0003. And 0817-923-0007. Hello. Welcome. What's your name?
Good afternoon, mega lady.
Good afternoon.
I'm Richard calling from Village.
All right.
Okay, well, I have a different confession about this whole thing.
All right.
Okay, I had a friend. She's actually my fiancée. Each time you prepare the place before her arrival, she'll be like, why is this not here? I left it there before going out. Why is this not the way I left it? And stuff like that. So it gives me this perspective of insecurity and distrust. So I leave it exactly the way she left it. So when she comes, she meets the exact way. But recently she started complaining that I sit up and leave it for her to come clean up, and she doesn't find it funny. I told her it's because anytime I try to help you out or help myself out and tidy it for you, you are not secure about it. So I don't know if this makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
funny
You know,
though.
yeah, no, it actually does make a lot of sense. It's something about women.
So that's my reason why I just leave it. And if I could do anything, I just do the little ones and I leave it the way it is. So I wouldn't have any issues with her when she comes.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing. I understand. I totally do. I know a lady who said before she got married, she was like, oh, she cannot marry a man that knows how to cook, so that nobody will not come and be scrutinizing her cooking. She will not cook. Somebody will not say she did not put this one, she did not put. No, she doesn't want a man that knows how to cook. Okay. Until I've married. I want you to finish the story. Until I've married, that's what I said now. Until I've married. You can now go and find out from her if marrying the man that does not know how to cook is the best way to go. It's just something about ladies. Change is very constant for us. Something that a lady might claim she likes at a particular time, she actually does like it too. But after a while, her preferences will just change. It's just like love language. It changes as well. Don't say, oh, this person's love language is words of affirmation. When there is work to be done, please don't affirm. Come and put hands and get it done. Thank you very much. I don't need affirmation. You can be affirming as you're working. It have switched. It have changed. So yeah, that happens as well. So don't get angry and say, what is wrong with you? Which one are you, Seth? Choose one. No, we don't choose one. It is over time. It changes. Things happen. And preference used to change. So you have to find out what works for her at every point in time. I mean, yeah, of course, continue doing what you're doing and then until you see that switch. And when the switch comes, you now explain, hey, so is this the way we are following now? Let me know. Because all these your issues, I'm not in the mood. Is this the way to go now so that we will start going this way? Oh, women are powerful people, very wonderful creatures. All right, someone says, if you do not pre-inform your host about your visit, whatever you see, you take. But if you give them a heads up and enough time, coming to an untidy house just shows a lack of self-respect of the host for himself or herself and a lack of respect for you, the guest. Mike from Ada George, that's your message. I see you. Thank you very much. So how about you? What does he say to you? All right. Now, there are people who feel that when they show up at someone's house, it could be a friend or someone they want to get married to, and then the place is squeaky clean. I feel like there's something you're hiding, because why is this place always looking pink whenever I visit? Yeah. Some people actually do not. I feel like, show me your real self. It's not when I come in now, you now be one pig. Piggity, higgity. But now, everybody will just be scenting and looking nice as if that's the way your life is. By the time we now marry, all hell will be let loose. So, don't clean your house. So, and that's why sometimes some people will want to visit unannounced so that they can just see what does a scattered environment actually look like when it is this person that is in that environment. So yeah, there are people that don't clean anything. Don't worry, I'm not complaining. I don't have pride for myself. Leave it. Let him leave it so that I will see what I'm marrying into. All that cleanup that they used to claim. By the time you now marry, you will not do anyone. You will not see what it was before you actually came to visit. Oh girl, leave it the way it is. Don't clean. So talk to me now. I'd like to know, what if is your sibling? Do you have that sibling who would always leave their place, their environment messy? And so when you come over, you just know that this is your sister, this is your brother. Hey, person will go marry you, it's God that will help them. Or do you have that sibling who would do the extra work and actually put the place in order before you arrive and even make food available for you? You know, there are people like that. They're very thoughtful. Before you come, they have arranged for cola. They're very sure that at least when you come, so that you can relax. Not when you come, you are removing clothes from this side, you are cleaning this one, and then you go to the kitchen, everywhere you say, hey, be like, Jesus Christ, oh, Shebi, I told this girl I'm coming. Kai, she kind of friend? Which kind of friend you be? I beg, don't disturb me. Food order this house. Go find something make you could chop. You could chop bread. Oh my God. Let's hear from you. Is it a sign of disrespect if you meet a messy house when you've gone to visit a friend? Or does it show that the person sees you as more than a guest? How does it make you feel? And then for you now, do you leave your house the way it is? And you do not do the extra work? Depending on the kind of person that's coming. I mean, if it's my sister, it's my brother. Why am I cleaning? Why am I shifting things? It's my sister now. It's now. What am I proving to her? What am I showing to her? All right. What do you think? Or what is it for you? Not just what you think. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello. What is your name? It's afternoon. Is it raining over there?
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Oh, he can't hear me. Please do well to call back. Thank you. 0817 923 0003. 0817 923 0003. And 0817 923 0007. That's the same number I called now before, right? No, it's not. This one is 07. The other one was 03. All right, for WhatsApp messages, send them to 0809 030 6416. Good afternoon. Welcome to the sunny side. What's your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Abubakar.
Abubakar.
I want to comment.
All right, I'm listening.
I want to comment that it's not a sign of disrespect.
Okay.
But a neat man or a neat woman will always be a neat person. That is why you as a person, when you go to somebody's house, you make the place is dirty, it's messed up. You want to clean the place for the person because you are not a dirty person. You understand? So it's not a sign of disrespect. If you are neat, you are neat. If you are dirty, you are dirty.
Well.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much. But we learn every day. I mean, someone who is even dirty can learn to be clean. They can. So somebody that is dirty, they will still not wear dirty. Okay. This thing I want to say now, there's still a caveat because there are people that still wear dirty clothes to the office. But there are persons who, when you visit them in their home, oh my God, you'll be like, yay! I beg, nah. Are you the one that lives here? There's a mad person that lives in this house. Like, this is where you're coming out from. Hey, Jesus. How are you staying in this place? It does not fit you. How can you be this scattered? Like, how can your house be this scattered? I remember back then in school, there was this particular guy that, the lodge where we lived in was quite beautiful. And it was one of the new buildings, those new kind of lodges. But then every time you're passing by his room, hey, the kind of smell that used to come outside. Jesus. I used to just wonder, like, what is actually smelling that smell? Is it that? Because I can't think of what you would have kept. Let me leave this story first. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Precious. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm listening.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Okay, he couldn't hear me, I guess. Anonymous says, unless something serious happened before you left the house, then yes, it is a sign of disrespect for a guest to meet your house looking very messy. But it depends on your definition of messy. I hear stories of women that go to visit a man and start cleaning, and I'm befuddled because I cannot relate. Yeah, me too. I can't imagine being with a dirty man. I will leave your house the way I saw it and never return. When my husband was courting me, I told him straight up, I am clean, but I like my space to look lived in. I will not change. If you're not okay with that, please come and be going because I am not the one for you. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. It sounds like me too, because I'll tell you straight up that I'm coming. I hope your house is clean. That's me. Yeah, someone might say, "Oh, you're forming you package. Please package for me. Thank you. Don't stress my brain with a scattered environment. it does something to my brain. Like really, I there's this part of my brain that is as if I cannot function properly because the place is nya nya nya. Be it an office environment, if you leave me, I'll carry broom and start sweeping and start cleaning. Why? Because I want to be able to focus on the job I came for. Yeah, that's me. Someone who is not used to that kind of thing might see me doing some small cleanup and think that this one is showing herself. My dear, I'm not showing myself to you. I'm showing myself to me. Yes, I'm showing myself, but it is to me that I'm showing myself. Because I grew up with a mother who is like that. Small, dirty, the woman is shouting. Lived in a house where we move around wearing slippers. And if for whatever reason my mom removes her legs from her slippers and her feet touches the floor and somehow sand touched the sole of her feet, oh my God. You will not hear the last of it. She'll make it sound like the house is so dirty. She'll make it sound like you people have never swept the house since we moved in. That's the way she will create a scene. That's my mother. And so when you're sweeping, you remove your slippers when you're sweeping our house. Even though we wear slippers in the house. There's slippers for the house. It's for inside. But when you're sweeping, you remove your slippers. Why? Because if mommy, for whatever reason, removes her leg from slippers, let it not be that sand touched it. She will not use you as case study. She will not talk about it as if you killed somebody. It's ordinary sand though, but you will not hear the last of it. That's the woman. She likes her environment neat. Hello? Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon, Precious.
Okay, Precious. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
All right. Well, listening. Go on, Precious.
I want to ask something briefly about what you're discussing. About knowing how somebody that is clean, right?
No, we're not necessarily talking about someone who is clean or not. The conversation is about respecting a guest with how you keep your house before they arrive.
But it's not. You can't find that somebody that is clean, how is clean the house.
We're not looking for who is clean and who is dirty. We are just talking about. Go on, let me hear you. Go on.
Okay. Then you're talking about what?
Precious, you will have to listen, all right, so that you can understand what the conversation is about. Okay, so this conversation is not about knowing who is clean and who is dirty. That's not what we're doing here right now. Because, the man who called in to say the person that is dirty, whoever is clean is clean, I do not agree. Because people change, people grow up, people mature, right? So perhaps you came from a home that is not like mine, where my mom can make a fuss about just matching small sand. And you came from a home where it's not a big deal. It doesn't mean that if you stay with me after a while, you will not change. You could change and start behaving the same way I behave because of my training or because of my home training. So, yeah, changes do happen. So, unless the person is just not ready to learn, you just want to be a pig for life. I do not call you pig. I'm just saying. You just don't want to change from being dirty to being clean. That's it. Unless that, right? So I'm basically talking about people who leave their house in a messy state. Now, sometimes it may happen that maybe you were doing some things. Perhaps you had clothes, you hung outside and you brought them in and you were rushing out, or maybe for whatever reason, the place might be in a mess. Welcome to the home of people that have children that are toddlers, and you know how those ones can behave. You keep your house in order. By the time they return from school, they have scattered things, right? They might scatter their toys here and there and all of that stuff. That one day, when you have kids, yeah? But there are people that you will never see that even when they have kids, all right? But I'm saying that no matter what it is that could have made your house to not be in order, but then you have a guest that is coming and you know this person is coming and you are in the house waiting for this person to arrive. Whether the person is coming to stay for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 minutes. If you leave your house the way it is, does it mean that it is my person that is coming, so the person is most welcome, see me as I am, and be a part of us. All right. I'm not trying to keep some image that is not it for you. Or is it a sign that you have no regard for this person to even think that you should at least remove slippers that is lying here and there and put it together? Just put it one side. Put the slippers one side. Just that small arrangement. Is it a sign that you do not have respect for the person coming? That's the question I'm asking. All right. Hi, Constance. I think it's as a matter of courtesy, one should make some significant efforts to clean up if one is anticipating a guest, irrespective of the familiarity that exists between the duo. A clean or scattered environment has some psychological effect on the mind. An orderly place calms the mind, while a place of chaos creates similar chaotic effects on the mind. A dirty and chaotic house can trigger a serious quarrel button in the mind of even a spouse who comes home from a rowdy day. Oma sent us that message. All right, thank you very much, Oma. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, MC, good afternoon. Sorry, please.
All right.
As I keep listening to you, so many memories keep coming.
Oh.
Now, when me and my friends, when we in secondary school, when we decided to go around each other's house just to know where we live, there's one of these, my friends. Amongst us, she's the most beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And she's so neat when she comes to school, like uniforms. She refused. She doesn't want us to go to her house. And she has been painting this very beautiful picture. When I say she's the most, when I say a girl is fine, wow. So, but we insisted. And slowly, she took us to her house. My God, my Father. She is the neatest when you look at all of us. It was unbelievable. They were staying on the same, almost the same area, and two of them were saying, we said that day we'll visit the same people. So when we went to our house, they do fufu, and mom does fufu because she's from Calabar. They do fufu, but they said, when you keep the place, we were not even bothered because none of us at that time were we were living in mansions. No, everybody was just in a particular level and just manage it. But the picture she painted was so different. We couldn't even go in. We couldn't go in. Just for the outside. She knew that we were coming. And she did not even take any pain to even do small cleaning. All the rotten shoes, all of them were just outside. So we just concluded. And we didn't even say anything. We just laughed. We yapped and laughed. When we go to the other person's house, which was just one room, the same area. That was when I knew that this other girl is a very neat person. All of us knew. Because they are not, the other places, they were living in almost 3 rooms. But we could not go in. So most times it's time. Some people will say there's no space. Just one room. I have to keep my clothes on my bed. I have to get everything just there. And I just one room, no space. Trust me, because a clean person is even if it's just one room, your things will be neat and arranged. People will know that you're neat. Small work. No one work. When I started raising children, it was hell for me because I was so used to cleaning home. I was not taught by, it was my grandfather that taught me cleanliness. He cannot see dirty. So it was frustrating and I don't like help. So it was just, but gradually, I didn't get any help. My children now tried to learn. I often have to shout. When I go into their room, I still shout. But my own space, don't even come close. If you know that you not carry this pillow and keep it back exactly how I kept it. So yeah, that's why I don't even like going out to people's houses because I like keeping things in order. This particular cup, don't shake it. Just my kitchen. Any day my husband and the student are cooking is a problem for me. I'll just be sorry. I'll be shut my own. Whether the food sweet or not sweet, please wash everything. Keep everything. It's not easy when you're clean and you live with so many people. It's not easy.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Reminds me of when some people say they are cooking. I'll be like, hell, Jesus. Somehow I feel like they cook better than me. Sometimes they actually do, depending on what it is. But when they are done, oh God. I will just use the deliciousness of the meal to cover for the work that has been left for me. But they are learning these days, though. those people that will leave everything and say, I don't like washing. Thank you. It's me that they created and put the gift of washing inside. You know, I mess up everywhere for me to come and clean. Thank you. Oh my God. You know, listening to Muriel right now reminded me of a family member whose home, it's very funny. Do you know, right? So these people, their house in the city, I don't think I ever entered their house when we were living in the same city. We were never able to. But in the village, we sleep in their house. Like, I'm trying to even connect it, how they're so neat in the village, but they're not neat in the city. Like, I don't know how. I can't even begin to... I don't know how they did it, though. We go back to the village and looking at every other place to stay. Their place is like the place to stay. It was like the place to stay. It's not big. It's not every... They were knitting. We know they entered their house. We stay outside. I don't know. I don't understand that particular one. It's another level for me. There's a difference between dirty and untidy. A person can be one without the other. Yeah, sure. I'm a clean person, but I'm also the person who kicks off her shoes as soon as she gets home, and anywhere I put my bag is where it lands. I grew up in a house where people shouted and made a fuss over a grain of sand. But I am who I am, and I recall they used to say, no man will marry me. I'm married. My husband is much tidier than I am. I warned him from the start because I was even trying to pursue him away, and I believe before my trad, my folks actually warned him that from childhood I have been that way, so he shouldn't proceed if he's expecting me to change, just to complain later. We've had a cleaner among other house staff since we got married, and we've been fine. We can afford it and everyone is happy. Yeah, I understand that. So you can be dirty, but you are tidy. You can be clean, but you're not tidy. It's something I want to share now, but I don't know if he's listening. A former boss of mine, he happens to be in town. I'm going to share it in case he's listening. Let him come and hold me. So we used to work together in a particular office some years ago. And anytime I enter his office, I'll start arranging things on the table because the table is always looking untidy in my eye. And so once I enter, I start moving things, placing them in order of how I think they should be. And once he comes back from wherever, the next thing is, Constance, where did you keep? Why did you? And I'm like, the table was scattered. You should be thanking me that I arranged it. So this is a very neat person. When I mean neat, he is very neat. But that's putting things, this one should be here like this. It's not his style. But there are people that are dirty, everything will be in order, but everywhere is smelling. Oh God. Okay, I'm about to end this particular conversation, but before I leave, right? If you are in the business of repeating your outfits, male and female, in this hot atmosphere of Nigeria, whichever part of Nigeria that you live in, I don't know, for those of them in Jos, I hear that Jos is cooler, never been there. But if you are, so whether it's Jos or anywhere, I beg, man, just talk am. Or if you're living anywhere, even outside Nigeria, yes, don't use cold to deceive yourself. And you repeat your outfits. You know that you did work. Heat came out from your body. For whatever reason, some people don't used to perceive the smell, the bad smell on their clothes. But other people can. Some people wear their clothes, they appear neat and all that. But they're smelling armpits. Some years ago, I used to be in a group. God have mercy, God help me. So there was this particular guy who, he was always dressing like neatly, like always intact. But he used to smell like armpits. Why am I talking about this today? I hope it will help somebody. You know that armpit smell? You know that you sweat? Don't repeat that shirt. Don't repeat that top. Don't repeat that dress. Armpit smell is not nice. Perfume don't used to cover it. It used to smell. Don't wear it again. I have to go now, right? My time is up. Okay. So I'm just going to use the remaining time to remind you to download our app, the Nigeria Info FM app, on your app store. So look for it and download it. Okay. And then, second of all, we have a website. If you have not visited before, this is a good time to do so. All right. So visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. And then you can also find us across all social media platforms. All right. A message, one for the road, and then the other one. If a home is clean or tidy, I feel sick. I develop an anger. So what I do is do it myself. My wife cannot be me, so I respect her because we are different individuals, but she has measured up to my expectations on keeping things okay. Thank you, Constance. Are you saying if a home is not clean and untidy, is that what you're saying? Because you're saying if a home is clean or tidy, you feel sick. How can you be feeling sick in a clean environment unless you have some rare disease? All right, but thanks all the same for sending us that message. All right, find us on social media. Facebook is Nigeria Info .3H and S is Nigeria Info PH. Instagram Nigeria Info FM _PH. Get on there and engage as much as you can. Constance Mega. That's my Instagram. X handle. Constance Mega, and then Constance Mega LinkedIn, Instagram, I guess, and then Constance Iro Ele on Facebook. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the Midday Cruise. God bless you.
Forever in our hearts.
Across the bridge, there's no more sorrow.
With heavy hearts, but with total submission to the will of God Almighty.